just want to make sure. What? Wait, hold on. Not to play. Is there another role in mind?
Oh, no. Not right now. Taking some time off to think about it and figure out the future. But I'll be back at least to watch a game. A couple games.
You know, there are reports that Nagbe is being traded to Columbus. You've played with him and known him for quite a while. How big of a loss is this going to be in the locker room, on the field, for the team going forward?
Yeah, I saw the reports. You know, Darlington's one of my best friends on the team. You know, we room together, and you know, he's phenomenal. I think that he's one of the best in the league. You know, if he does leave, I mean, I think I'm a bigger loss for the team than he is, but he'd be tough to replace as well. Yeah, he's one of the best eights in the league, and I think everyone within the organization, within the team, you know, understands that and appreciates him and what he brings on the field, in the locker room. He's a great guy, and I've really enjoyed playing with him the last 2 years. We see the game the same way, and we're able to talk about certain plays and have a laugh even on the field sometimes about certain things that are going on. And you know, we've built a good relationship, so you know, I'm going to miss playing with him for sure.
And you got to play in New England, which was your home area. How big of a draw is it to get to go home to play for a club?
Yeah, it's bigger for some guys than it is others, obviously, but it's nice. I mean, to go back to where you're from and play in front of friends and family, you haven't done that in a long time. It's nice. I know that Darlington's a real homebody, and even here, you know, he likes to be at home with his family again. So if he does get traded, and if that's the reason, then you know, I totally understand it. That's what he wants, and that's what I want for him. He's a good guy, and I want what's best for him as well.
Would you describe this season as a success?
Absolutely. Of course, we fall short of the ultimate goal at the end, but you know, we still win 2 trophies. We qualify for Champions League. You know, it's we get our feet wet in Champions League earlier in the year. You know, so it's still a successful season without a doubt. I mean, had we won MLS Cup and been hosted, it would have been, you know, probably the best MLS season ever. I think, but falling short of MLS Cup, it's still a successful season.
Michael, regardless of the fact that you won't be part of the first season, like, how do you anticipate that changing, considering what you just said, that now there's an expectation, there's some experience from the Champions League, the shortened preseason, like the team has been through, the club has been through. How do you anticipate that changing for the staff, and like what would you do differently this season?
Yeah, I think, you know, hopefully the preparation next year is a little bit different. We got a little bit unlucky this year when we went out to California for 10 days, 2 weeks. It rained basically the whole time we were out there, and it was not ideal. The trainings, the games that we played did not set ourselves up well to start that tournament. You know, so hopefully, you can't control the weather, but you get a little bit luckier and you play a couple better games. You know, against teams that are also trying to get up to pace quicker. You know, we played Seattle. That was Seattle's first game, and they played a real mix of guys. You know, so it's difficult, I know, to schedule games, competitive games early on in preseason. You know, but you know, maybe the fellow CONCACAF teams and MLS need to get together or something. You know, teams that are trying to push things a little quicker, because you know, I think that now, this year or next year rather, the team will know what's at stake that first game. You know, even if it's not a Mexican team, you know, we know that it's not going to be easy no matter who it is and what country you have to go to. It's going to be a challenge.
So everybody, obviously, not just in MLS, but now the Hemisphere recognizes Atlanta United as a big club, like a team that they're going to want to play, they're going to want to beat, right? Like you said, it doesn't have to be a Mexican club, like a Costa Rican club or a Honduran club. They're going to see the crest and be like, this is a big team. How does going from missing out on the big cup this season, how does this team find the hunger again? Remember the narrative was like, oh, you know, going to hunting was being hunted.
Yeah.
What happens next after that?
Yeah, hopefully the lack of an MLS Cup is a big motivator for the team. I think that everyone's disappointed and frustrated that we didn't go on and win MLS Cup. It was set up for us well, to host throughout, and we felt really good about it. I've said before that the performance against Toronto we felt good about as well. And if I was sitting here talking about MLS Cup in a couple days, I'd say that we're definitely the favorites and expect to win. So, it's disappointing we're not having that conversation, but that should be the fuel for fire, next year. To push the team, to get them ready, to build on the success of this year. And like you said, the expectations are high. They will be, and that's a good thing for the club. It's a good thing for the players. You want everyone here to be held accountable and to feel that pressure to succeed. It's the sign of a big club and a good club to have that pressure. So it's something that's been earned, and hopefully we can continue that going.
That's a good point. This past week that it's kind of hit you that this is your final season, or is it going to take until everyone's getting ready for the preseason? And you're like, hey, no, I know.
Yeah, it hasn't. Not too much really, because it just feels like an off season right now. The one time it did hit me was actually at an Elton John concert the other night, and it was such a great performance. And every time after a song, he got up and he expected a roar. He expected the people to cheer for him. He loved it, and you could tell that he lived for that. And it got me to thinking, I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss performing in front of 60,000, 40,000, 70,000 people and hearing that and the adrenaline rush of that. I really am thankful that I got to enjoy the 3 years here and the massive crowds every week. I'll miss playing in front of them.
Does your off-season look a little bit different? Like I was asking Brad, who's like, I'll take a couple of weeks and then get back into it. Is it kind of like, not that you'll slack off by any means, but like not as intense? You can kind of scale back?
I'll definitely scale back. I think the conversation a couple of days ago, somebody on the team had gone for a jog, and I was like, man, I wonder when the next time I'll go for a jog is. It's not going to be real soon, and then it's going to get cold, so it probably won't be when it's cold. So now we're looking at next year. So yeah, the off season's going to be much different.
The team has accomplished a lot in just 3 short seasons. You talked about the large attendance numbers. Do you think, when people think of the MLS or talk about the MLS, United is probably one of the first teams I would think that would come to mind? How special is it for you to be a part of building that? And do you agree that when people talk about the MLS, that this is one of the clubs that might be able to spring to mind, not just here, but anywhere across the country?
Yeah, I think that there's been teams recently that have really pushed the envelope and brought MLS to a different level, and I think that we are definitely one of those clubs. LA Galaxy was probably the first club and most renowned club for doing that year in and year out. And they've been on a little bit of a down lately. They provided a spot for us, for LAFC, Seattle, Portland, these teams to really step things up and bring the league to a new level. And a lot of that has to do with ownership and their willingness to go after it, to spend money, to provide us with training facilities and stadiums and atmospheres like they do. We also have to put in the work and be successful on the field. And so, yeah, it feels nice to be a part of that and to be a part of the team that brought a championship here within 2 years and really elevated the level of play here in MLS as a whole. It's something that I look back fondly upon for sure.
Now that you've gone through the new playoff format, what do you think about it? Is it good? Is it a good way to determine the league champion? Is it good for the league in general? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's good. Mostly good. I think that the games are probably really intense and competitive, and with everything on the line, probably more entertaining for the casual fan. So I think that's a positive. I think that puts a little bit more emphasis on the regular season and needing to get home field advantage. I know the 2 MLS Cup finalists right now won away, but for the most part, the home team has the most success. So it does put more emphasis on the regular season. The downside is the first playoff game was straight after a international break. So, building up to the first playoff game, we were fortunate that we weren't missing many players, but that could have easily been half our team gone for international break. So the preparation for the first playoff game, if it's a one and done, it's challenging for sure. But I do like the one game format.
Talking about Nagbe, if he is indeed traded, because he's such an irreplaceable type of player with his skill set, certainly among MLS players.
Yeah.
Do you think that would change the way that the team has to play? I mean, can Atlanta United play the way they have the past 2 years without him in the middle? Do they have to do anything differently?
I don't know. We set a standard year one, and he wasn't here. I think he's the best number 8 in the league, which means every other team in MLS doesn't have an 8 as good as him, and some of those teams are successful. So, you're able to do it without him. That being said, of course, Darlington, I think the most praise for of anybody on the team, maybe. But he's very, very valuable to any team. But if he does go, it's the onus on the club to get guys to replace him, guys that are able to play the certain style that Atlanta wants to play next year.
What was your major in college?
History.
Is that an option for you? Teaching? What are you going to do that? What is something that you will not do? Are you going to be able to?
I don't know. I will not be, for sure, a head coach or an assistant coach in MLS next year. For sure.
I hear that. Okay, but you're a history major. That's interesting. I mean, is that something you would pursue? Education?
Probably not.
So you could be a sports reporter.
Your parents must have been pleased. Your parents
you better watch out, though.
Let's separate a little more. How would you describe DeBoer's first season?
Successful. We win 2 trophies. I said that earlier, that even though we fall short of MLS Cup, it's still a successful season. We still win 2 trophies. We still qualify for CONCACAF. I know that there were some tough points early on in the season, especially. But those are growing pains. Some of that can be attributed to a new coach and a new team, a new continent, the league, us playing in a game. Tournament for the first time, and everything that goes with that. The lack of rotation, but some of that is also wanting to start in MLS on a good note when you're a new coach, so it's understandable. But we turned things around, and overall had a good season. So, like any year, had its ups and downs, but successful.
Last one. Anybody?
Yeah, not to probe, but you do want to stay in the game. You did mention that before. Do you know in what capacity yet?
Not quite yet. I'm gonna take the year to try and figure it out. In the new year, maybe go about seeing how I can stay involved in the game. I don't know yet if that means on the field somehow, working with younger guys or something, or off the field. I'm not sure, but definitely I feel like I've got some knowledge that I want to pass on to the younger generation in some shape or way. Got to figure out how to do that.
Thanks, guys.